Um, Hello everyone. This is the first part of the exterior glitch tutorial that I will be working on, where I will essentially be going over the strats that you can use in a full game glitch to run of exterior as Sonic and Tails. And essentially, I will also go over how to do them with an input display, and also if I feel like I need to, I will explain how to do it. Uh, and well, yeah, I guess that's about it. So let's cut straight to Angel Island 1. Okay, so first things first. There are two things you can do. You can either hit the spring like this, and then go for the speedy shoes, or you can do this. You don't need to roll, but you can also just do it without rolling, but that's essentially how you do it. And now let's go over the two things that you can do in order to hit the upcoming spring after getting those speed shoes, so you can make it to top route. Unless of course you wanna do bottom route, which we will go over later in this tutorial. But yeah, basically we will cut to a clip of me basically doing the first method and then the second one. Okay, so in order to do this method, you need to face right, then do a spin dash, and while you're in midair, tap left 3 times and then switch to holding right like this. See? Now let's go over the other method. So for this method, what you wanna do is after you get those speed shoes and then you see Sonic standing still for a little bit, or like no longer rolling, rather, as soon as you see Sonic no longer rolling after getting the speed shoes, you wanna immediately start holding right and then jump, like this. And well, yeah, those are the two methods of making that jump. So now let's go over what you wanna do next. So now, in order to do this, you wanna hold right and then jump after getting the third ring, as you can see. And there are two ways to do the monitor bounce. The first one I messed up, which would be to jump at a specific point. And then the second one would be to hit the monitor, then slow down and jump and do a fire dash. So I'll show the first method first, which was the one I was trying to do, but without me messing it up. So that's kind of the method I usually use. But I got a good angle out of the monitor bounce, so now I'm gonna show what happens if I don't get a good bounce. And after that, I'll show the second method for real. Cause I said I would, but whatever. So that's how you do it if you don't get the good angle after hitting the monitor. So there were casually some cars outside making some noises, but essentially that is the other method. After you're done with the cutscene, with the unbeatable minibus that is essentially just scripted in general, if you have the fire shield, this is what you want to do. So usually it helps you to get the second hit instead of getting hit, but that's essentially the gist of the boss with the fire shield, and that's essentially the second half of the level with fire shield. Now let's see how it is done without it, because you can do it with the insta shield. So let's assume you either didn't get the fire shield or you lost it. So this is what you wanna do. And that is essentially it. Now all that's left is for me to show off bottom route, which is essentially an alternate route that you can use for the first half of the level. Though if you use bottom route, you cannot get the fire shield, so keep that in mind. And also another important thing to note is that if you end Act 1 with a fire shield, then you have to get the bubble shield that comes from the signpost, or you won't be able to do Act 2 optimally, because then you'll probably accidentally break a wall that you must not break, because otherwise there's a special ring and then you're gonna hit it and lose a lot of time to that. And anyways, even then it is gonna be a bit of time loss to break that wall, so you wanna go to Act 2 with a bubble shield so that you don't accidentally break a wall. And yeah, that's kind of about it. So let's get started with bottom route for the first half of the level, I guess. So basically, in order to take bottom route, this is what you wanna do. Instead of taking the spring, you wanna do a 6-step where you press the jump buttons one after the other twice, and essentially when you do that, that is called a piano roll. So you wanna piano roll twice. You wanna press the 3 jump buttons one after the other twice in order to get 6 taps, and in order to speed up the spin dash, obviously. And the piano rolling really helps with a lot of things. So yeah, in general, you just wanna learn to piano roll because it is useful. And I also did it earlier, like in the Calypso Rider, the second half. So yeah, you just wanna make it through this without getting caught in the binds, which are actually kind of random and decided. Basically, the binds depend on when you start the save file. Essentially, they are like on a super global timer, like from the moment you start up the game. So basically, they are random unless you always start the save file on the exact same time that the binds are on a good cycle. I don't know if that applies to Air, but that's how it works in OG. So yeah, basically the binds are random, so keep that in mind. Like, they aren't, but they also are at the same time, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's why bottom route isn't that good to take. And besides that, it is just harder to pull off in general with all of the tricky platforming. So basically on the next tutorial we will be going over Angel Island 2. So yeah, bye.